Deb. How you doing?
Hi. I am alive. My lawyer has advised me not to answer that question.
Oh shit! Oh shit! She's
No,
out here.
no, okay, but I'm good.
You good?
I'm good.
You're good.
I am ready to just leave this job behind.
Yeah.
And study and do streaming and do podcasts.
Yeah.
More full on time because I'm done with working retail at this point.
Yeah.
Super done.
So you're good and excited about a new chapter in your life.
Very much so, especially after the last few streams that I've had, and I'm sure you feel the same.
Yeah.
It's been going so fast.
Yeah, it's been going very well for us very quickly, and it's growing at a pretty steady rate, which is very exciting. And I also wanted to mention that I did write that in the description of our last episode with streaming, but since that episode and at the moment we are speaking, we have both hit affiliate on Twitch.
Yay!
Which is pretty cool. So it's going very well.
That is super cool.
Yeah.
And it feels like when we did hit affiliate, everything went so fast.
Yeah, it was like a rocket ship.
Speed. Yeah.
It felt like.
And we've met so many nice people.
Yeah.
And on my stream the other night, everyone was so nice and sent loving messages to everyone.
Yeah.
I'm just so ready to just delve right into streaming in the community and I just want to do that.
Yeah, me too. 100%.
I want to get to know more people and laugh and play games.
Yeah, it's been such a giving experience and such a big shout out to our Twitch buddies. I mean, you guys are so supportive and so sweet and always makes us laugh so much. You guys are the silliest, funniest, sweetest. So big shout out to you guys. And
big shout out. Thank you.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm also at a crossroads in my life. I'm having a little bit of a hard time with uni. Honestly, like these last couple of months. Ever since I left fall term, during the break, I was kind of feeling so done with it already, but then I was kind of like, okay, well, it was the first semester, it's fine, like, we...
You get to know everything.
Yeah.
It can be a bumpy road, I guess.
But ever since spring started, it just hasn't picked up. And it's not... I'm thinking it's not the right program for me. It's way too... It's not really structured in the way that I want it to be, and it's not really practical in the way that I need it to be.
It sounds like a little bit random. Points. It is
very random and a little bit loopy, I guess you could say. It's very...
Oh yeah, that's a good word for it.
And it's fun, and I've met good, fun people, but it's also frustrating, and I feel like I'm not actually learning much. So I'm at a crossroads right now too, where I'm looking to apply for a new school, and putting my energy into that. And as you were saying, I'm very excited about the prospects of Twitch and the fun we're having with that, and this podcast. I'm very grateful for what we get to do, and honestly, being a Swede, I'm very grateful for spring right now.
Oh, yes, me too.
There's actually, sun out, and...
Have you been out today?
I have, actually, believe it or not.
Such a nice weather out.
It is.
I was walking my dog, and it was actually, it was warm.
Yeah, it's really nice out. So,
I'm thinking I'm gonna just sit outside in the sun for a moment later.
That is nice. We don't have any patio furniture yet, so we can't really do that, but when we get stuff for the balcony, I will be out there more. We also need to actually put net up on our balcony so the cats can be outside, but that's a project for the spring.
Yeah.
So I am doing good overall. I'm like I'm saying, crossroads, a little bit frustrated, but overall pretty good and grateful and healthy, happy, all that jazz. So that's pretty
same.
Nice.
We seem pretty synced when it comes to events in life right now.
Yeah, either we're very synced or we're almost opposites. Because I think it was the last time or something, when you were sleeping so much, I was sleeping so little, so we were both so tired.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Because I had slept 12 hours a day.
Yeah, and I slept 4. Oh my gosh. So, Betch, what's your Prattle Potion of today?
My Prattle Potion of today is my 3rd cup of coffee.
Oh, shit. She really out here.
Yeah, we were sitting and talking a little bit before we started the episode for today. Yeah. And I finished my 2nd cup of coffee on record time.
Yeah, that was fast.
I'm usually very fast, but yeah. So, yeah, this is my 3rd cup.
That's nice. You're going to be vibrating around all day.
What's your Prattle Potion?
Coffee, bitch.
Oh, coffee!
Me too, bitch.
I love that.
We're recording
I love those kind of cups that you have.
Yeah, they are great, aren't they? They're from IKEA.
I love it. I love them. I've seen them.
Yeah.
I want them.
We love these cups.
I've seen it. I want it.
You want it? You got it.
I got it.
And yeah, so I'm drinking coffee as well. It's 1:30 right now while we're recording this. So I'm actually still working on my morning coffee because I am a slow drinker. I heat my coffee up twice during the day because I'm
on my 2nd kettle.
Oh my gosh.
Because I had class this morning, so I go out, I put the class on, and then I go and make coffee. So I make a very small amount of coffee for just 1 cup.
Yeah.
And then I just make 1 more kettle if I feel like I want more coffee, which I usually do. So I don't know why I just don't do a big kettle.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
But I like the process, I think. I like smelling the beans.
Okay. That's weird. That's a weird sentence to start
Me and
the
the
day.
boy out here at 3 a.m. looking for beans.
I like smelling the beans. Okay.
Yes, the beans.
So, do you want to jump into this week's episode?
Yes, this week's episode is yours.
Yes, it is, bitch. So
yours
let's
to
just
command.
Hop into the shit.
Hop right into it.
So this week's episode, as I mentioned in previous episode, is going to be a little bit special in a way. So before we start, I just wanted to acknowledge that this episode is a little bit more special in another way too, because this is our 10th episode, bitch.
Wait, is it?
Yes, bitch.
Oh my god, we've been doing 10 fucking episodes?
Yeah.
Oh my god, we're good.
We're good. my god, we're great. What is this?
Oh god, we followed through.
Yeah. Look at us following through.
Look at us.
So this is our 10th episode, and I feel like this couldn't have been more perfect. Like when we were talking about the women's appreciation and the women in gaming, for International Women's Day, that episode was our 8th episode. We were talking about 8 women, and it was the 8th of March, which was
almost scary.
Yeah,
accurate.
And we didn't plan for that. I mean, I did choose 8 women because of the 8th of March, but also becoming the 8th episode, it was just beautiful.
Scary.
Yeah.
It's voodoo.
So I feel like it's kind of perfect that this episode is the 10th episode, because I feel like this episode is going to be special in a way.
It's special to us.
It is special. So this episode, my dear friends, is about Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
And I also want to tease a little bit to stay tuned for some future things for this podcast. We're looking to upgrade some things, and we're going to put a lot more energy and some more flair on this podcast in the upcoming weeks or months. So stay tuned for that. That is a little bit of a teaser for the future.
We're growing.
We're growing. So let's start this episode off, shall we?
Yes.
The reason for this episode being a little bit special is because the 1-year anniversary of Animal Crossing New Horizons is coming up.
Oh my god, I can't believe it's been a year.
It's been a year, which is, it's been like a really rough year for the world.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like it's just, Animal Crossing has been a band-aid that was very much needed. So Animal Crossing New Horizons was released on March 20th, 2020. And it truly took the world by storm. It really did. It's been so talked about. It's crazy.
Yeah. It was so perfectly.
Oh, definitely.
When it came out, it was just
I know it was kind of a joke in the beginning
and
that it was like Nintendo planned the pandemic, so they would get higher sales because people would stay home. I think that's a cool theory.
It is a cool theory.
It's a cool theory.
It's not too far off.
So a lot of players who were fans of the Animal Crossing series, like years back, they flooded obviously to get a copy. But Animal Crossing New Horizons really welcomed a lot of new players as well.
It did.
Yeah, it did. Us included.
Me included.
Yeah. And a lot of people spoke about it. It became a thing, and a lot of people bought the game because they were so into the hype of it.
Yeah.
So Animal Crossing New Horizons has already broken quite the records. It was a major commercial success, and it has sold 31 million copies worldwide. And out of these 31 million, 5 of them were just like copies sold in the first month, which made the game break the record for the most digital units sold in a single month.
5 million?
Yeah,
in 1 month?
In the first month, which is insane.
That's more than half of Sweden.
Yeah, that's insane. Well, no, I think Sweden's up at 12 million now, are we not?
Oh wait, are we?
We might be. I don't quote me on that, but approximately
it's something
half
around
of Sweden.
that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I remember when we set up and waited for it to release.
Yeah.
At 12 o'clock at night.
We were so fucking excited,
Oh my god, it was such a good time.
Yeah.
I loved it.
It really was. So with the overall numbers, so the 31 million, Animal Crossing New Horizons has outsold Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, Pokemon Sword,
really?
and Pokemon Shield. The only game that still sits before New Horizons is Mario Kart 8, and it has 33 million units sold. So it's not that far off.
How many did Animal Crossing have?
31.
Okay, yeah,
so it's
that's
only
not
2
far
million
off.
Between, which is
only
yeah. But like if you think about it, Mario Kart, it's a big ass game.
In Mario Kart 8 is great.
Yeah. So that's quite a lot of Animal Crossing, my dude.
That's so cool because Mario Kart is also like one of those games that anyone can play pretty much. It's not like, because I was gonna say that I was surprised that Animal Crossing went ahead of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
But then I take it back, because no, it's not that strange, because it's a little bit more of a Nintendo fanboy game.
Yeah.
It's much more lore, like if you've played Zelda before, those people would buy Zelda now.
Yeah, I think Animal Crossing it was way more open to new players, and
yes.
And I feel like it has the same charm as Mario Kart, where it's very easy to play, but I feel like Mario Kart has that advantage too, where it's multiplayer and you can play it with your friends and alone, but you can't really do that in the same way with Animal Crossing.
No, Mario Kart is a great party game.
Yeah,
and we know that.
So we know that. so I feel like it's pretty amazing that if you think about it too, like, okay, so Animal Crossing New Horizons has been out for a year and is at 31 million. Mario Kart 8 has been out for a few years and is at 33.
How many years is that?
I actually don't know. I didn't look that up. But I mean, it is more than 1 year. Years. So I mean, at the rate, Animal Crossing is bigger. You know, at the rate that it has been sold, which is crazy.
Didn't Mario Kart 8 come out like at the same time the Switch was released? Much?
That does make sense, because I actually think that Mario Kart 8 was originally released to the Wii.
Oh.
And then they made a Switch version. So I think it might have been. So I'm gonna leave that unsaid. But I definitely think that it's a big note to make about the rate of the selling of Animal Crossing. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it. Take the top
I wouldn't be
spot
surprised
soon.
at all.
Yeah.
I also love that Animal Crossing was released at the same date and time as Doom.
Oh yeah, that was great. A lot of fun memes at that time.
I got both the games, and I love like that video that someone made, that animated video where they mash up the two games.
The memes were beautiful. Great. Truly beautiful.
Oh, so beautiful. And that only made like Animal Crossing hype and Doom hype bigger.
Oh, 100%. Well. That was a great tactical thing for them to not compete, but they really embraced each other. That was great.
I love
but
that.
Before we continue speaking about New Horizons, I want to go back a little bit to the beginning. So you see, this year is also very special for Animal Crossing, not just because of the 1-year anniversary of New Horizons, but it is also the franchise's 20th anniversary this year. So the Animal Crossing franchise turns 20.
Oh my god, we were 4 when that was released. 5, sorry.
Yes, 5. Correct. I just turned 5.
Yeah, you just turned 5. Oh my god. It sounds like you just turned 5 now.
Yeah, I just turned 5. But so when Animal Crossing, the first Animal Crossing was released, I had just turned 5, and you.
Oh my god.
Or actually, no. You might have just turned 5, or were about to turn 5. Shit. I can't remember when your birthday is.
It was released that year at least.
Is your birthday June? It is June.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Is it? Wait, it's June. Is it?
Sorry about that.
It's June. No, it's June 12th. Your birthday is June 12th. Yeah. So
that's correct. Thank you, best
friend.
So
you were. I'm awful with birthdays.
Yeah, me too.
You were about to turn 5, because it was released April.
Okay.
Dubotsu no Mori, which now is translated to Animal Crossing in English, was released April 14th, 2001 on the Nintendo 64.
On 64?
Yes, but that is not the most well-known fact, because Nintendo doesn't really talk about that, because it was later.
Like, no, let's not.
Yeah, because it was later enhanced and released to the GameCube later the same year. And then it was released around the world between the years of 2002 and 2004. So in Japan, it was released 2001, but then I believe it was like 2002 North America, 2003 in Australia, and like 2004 in Europe.
So they kind of distributed it a bit. Like,
and I believe that the version for the GameCube was so much more popular, I believe. So I don't think the Nintendo 64 wasn't really... I'm not even sure that they actually ever released the Nintendo 64 version for the rest of the world. I think that became obsolete very quickly because of the GameCube release. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure
that would make sense. Yeah, that sounds logical, but I did not know that.
No. So we later, after the release of Animal Crossing, the original, we later saw the release of Animal Crossing Wild World in 2005. That was in 2008, followed by City Folk, and after that we landed on the beloved Animal Crossing New Leaf, which was released in 2012. Yes. So I definitely want to discuss New Leaf, because that was the the latest Animal Crossing, like proper Animal Crossing game before New Horizons.
It was?
Yeah, it was.
And it was released in
2012.
Okay.
Yeah. And I wanted to get my hands on that game for quite some time, but then I kind of gave up the hunt when I heard about New Horizons, and I was like, now I'm gonna play that instead. But now I really want to get my hands on a New Leaf copy, because I still have my Nintendo DS, so...
Oh, is it tough to get?
I don't know. I don't think it's tough to get, but I don't believe they sell any new copies. So, but I believe my brother-in-law has a copy. So I think I'm gonna still snatch his, because I think he has offered.
You wouldn't miss it.
No, but I think he has offered for me to borrow it or something, and I want to give that a chance.
We can borrow it. For a few years.
Yes, exactly. So I really wanted to get into New Leaf, and especially now after I've played Animal Crossing, I think like New Horizons, I think it would be cool to see what all the purists talking about. Like, they have played New Leaf for so long, and they're like, I miss this feature, I miss this thing, from New Leaf. I want to experience that for myself.
Oh yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
I get that. Makes sense.
So I want to give that a chance at some point. But yeah, so New Leaf was the current Animal Crossing before New Horizons.
Okay, because that's the only one that I knew there were more than that, but that's the only one I really heard about. Yeah, because that's what people are talking about.
Yeah, it is.
As well as like that mobile version.
Yeah, and we're gonna get to that because, as you're mentioning, there's a mobile version. Because these games that I mentioned, they are more, the proper games. But there are some spin-offs as well. So the spin-offs are Animal Crossing Happy Home Designer, and that was released for the Nintendo DS, and it was the first spin-off.
Happy Home Designer?
Yes.
Oh, that's so cute.
And that was the first spin-off of the Animal Crossing series. It was released in 2015, and it revolves around designing houses for villagers based on requests. So, like, a villager would come to you and be like, hey, can you design this house for me, but can you make it like, I want this bed and these walls, and you would have to design it according to their requests. I know there's kind of like a minigame-ish version of that in the mobile game as well. But we'll get to that.
I see. Okay.
So Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival is another spin-off, which is a party game for the Wii U. That was released in late 2015, and like I mentioned, it heavily relied on amiibos. And that one, it accumulated a lot of negative reviews. It was not a popular game.
Yeah, it sounds, since it heavily relies on amiibos, that's pretty much pay to game.
Yeah, pretty much. So you
buy the game and then you have to buy amiibos.
Yeah, if I understand that correctly, it's I guess there's a reason for it. So it released in 2015, and I think it's still out. I'm not sure, but it's like I haven't really heard of it before, and I think there's a reason for that.
I've never heard about that.
So next up, we have Animal Crossing Plaza, which released in 2013, and it is let's see, it is a... Oh, wait a minute. I have some conflicting facts here.
Oh, wait.
Because I said the Happy Home Designer was released in 2015, but I'm saying this is 2013? Interesting. I'm sorry, I have some conflicting evidence. Some conflicting facts here. But so, Animal Crossing Plaza, I guess... Okay, so I guess that Happy Home Designer might be counting as a spin-off, because this one is kind of actually more of an addition.
Like a DLC, not
DLC, but I'll explain. So Animal Crossing Plaza, it was released 2013, and it is now discontinued. But at the time, it was a free to play social networking service for the Wii U. So it's kind of a spin-off version-ish of New Leaf, and it was meant to tie in with Nintendo's own Miiverse. And it was not popular at all, and it was actually discontinued after just a year.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I've
Ouch.
seen a few things about this, and it's basically just a big, like, stone circle, like a park-ish, and you could just plop down villagers and plop down your me characters, and that's it. You could just, like, go around and talk.
What?
Yeah.
But what?
Yeah, that was basically the whole point of it, and it looks so boring, and I get why they rid themselves of that.
Why? Who got that idea in the first place?
No
it was
idea.
like, you know what? Would be a good idea.
Yeah, no, that's
Plaza.
stupid. So, I think that maybe they don't really count Plaza as being a spin-off, because that was kind of more of a social networking thing, but with Animal Crossing.
That was a failure.
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
But so, I feel like a lot of games for the Wii U did not really go well.
No. I feel like they had a lot of mishaps.
Yeah, I remember when it was released and a lot of people were like, nah, stay with the Wii until they release something else.
I was honestly never even that big of a fan of the whole Wii console. I never fell for that.
No, I didn't have it.
No, me
I never
either.
had it, but I had like my cousins had it, a few friends had it, and of course it was kind of fun game to play with your friends.
Yeah.
But it's like, no, I was more PlayStation at that point.
Yeah, and honestly, I was still more GameCube. I never really... I don't know.
Look
I never.
at you out. You GameCube.
I never really vibed with the Wii. Anyway, then the last spin-off is, as you mentioned, the mobile game, which is Animal Crossing Pocket Camp. Pocket Camp was released in 2017 and has been the more popular version. If you compare it to the other spin-offs. It is a free-to-play mobile version of the game, and it has kind of combined the Animal Crossing playstyle with a more typical mobile game layout. So it's kind of the Animal Crossing vibe with like making friends with the villagers and you having your own space, sort of. But it's also the vibe with like having to maybe wait for plants to grow and microtransactions and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've seen you play it a little bit, but I've never touched it myself.
Yeah,
actually.
It's very I don't know.
But it feels typical mobile game.
Yeah, it is very typical mobile game.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like, because I actually got it while I was waiting for New Horizons to like
because you couldn't
quench that thirst of Animal Crossing. So
I need it now.
So it was a good band-aid for me to have. I'm not really playing it actively, but sometimes I have like episodes where I get into it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of nice, but you know, it's a mobile game still. It's not Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh no. Where you can just time hop.
No, exactly. But so we have covered some ground here, and I think it's time to dive into New Horizons a little bit more.
Animal Crossing overall is a game that I've always like heard about in some kind of distant universe. Yeah. It was never my type of game, really. But then I remember like I watched a I wonder if it was a stream, or I think it was a stream, like a while, like right when they announced New Horizon. I don't know when they did that, but when they did that, it was like 2 years maybe before it was released or whatever. And I watched a streamer that I watch, and she played through New Leaf on stream. Because she's like an avid like Animal Crossing lover. Yeah. So she was like, we need to like just play through this and then get ready for New Horizon.
Yeah.
So that
like
was
you're
kind
doing
of like
Resident Evil now. She was like prepping for the new release by playing the older games.
Yeah, exactly. And even though it wasn't really my style, that was like the first time I was like, oh, so this is what it is.
Yeah.
I've only heard about it and been like seeing a few animals, but I never really knew what it was. But it looked really fun.
I think my first I had like seen and heard about it, and then I know a few people had told me like, oh, it feels like you would play Animal Crossing. You feel like you would be into Animal Crossing. Which I understand people's assumption about that.
You have like a major Animal Crossing vibe.
And then I started to look at it, and I was like, oh, I really want this game, and it looks so cozy and nice, and I wanted to get my hands on New Leaf, and then I just never got around to it, and then obviously they announced New Horizons, so I was like, well, this is what I'm doing that day, and for the next foreseeable months, but I didn't know that then.
Like, oh my god, what if we knew how stuck we would get?
Yeah.
Especially you.
Yeah, especially me. But we'll speak a little bit more about that later in the episode.
Yeah. Yes, we will.
So we'll dive right into New Horizons and the specifics and the gritty stuff. I'm having a stroke.
Are you okay?
So, as of our recording, that was a really difficult sentence, obviously. We do not know how or if Nintendo intend to celebrate the anniversary of the 1 year upcoming. But there are some theories that I'll get into a little bit later. But first off, I'd like to shortly summarize for anyone who has never actually played the game what it actually is.
Oh, that makes sense.
So this is a game you can't really win or you can't really beat the game. It's a very relaxed simulation.
Everyone left the chat.
Yeah. So you start out the game, specifically New Horizon. You start out the New Horizons game with these two twin tanukis welcoming you to an airport for the deserted island getaway package, as it is called. You're taking part in this getaway package to start fresh, like start your life fresh, on a new island. I wonder
what we did before that.
What? Oh, you mean the character?
We did before that.
Interesting. Yeah,
maybe there's a fresh start. Actually, from what, bitch?
You know what?
What have you done?
There actually are some theories about that too. I haven't really mentioned that in my.
We're criminals.
No, but actually,
we're drug mafia.
There's a theory that you're dead.
Oh yeah,
I've read about the afterlife. That. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's sad.
So you're taking part in this getaway package anyway, to start fresh on the new island. And as you arrive on the new island, you will meet two villagers. And they are what we avid players call starters or starter villagers. The island will eventually fill up with 10 villagers overall that you can move out or swap out or whatever. But your starters are a little bit special, right?
They are.
They are. They are. Which were your first starters? Because both you and I have started over our islands one time each. So we've had two sets of starters, but the first ones are just special.
They hold a special place in my heart.
Yeah, because these are actually because they are our first starters too. Since we haven't played New Leaf, we never had that like first bond with any characters before this. So our starters in New Horizons are the true starters. Yeah.
And especially since we hyped it up so much, we like bought goodies, we had snacks, we like sat down in the couch and we were so ready. We spammed clicked when the clock was like 12. We were like so ready to start.
Yeah.
So we were so hyped. So there's no like surprise that we would bond extra hard with these guys who are like the first ones to introduce us to the universe of Animal Crossing. So my first ones were Antonio.
Yes,
and he's an anteater, and he's my dream boy.
Yeah.
Dream boy, he's so cute. He loves to sing for me, and I miss him so much.
Yeah, I know, but
I miss him so much.
He's so sweet.
So he is really one of my dreamies.
Yeah.
Like one of the ones that I will get back to my new island.
Yeah.
And then I don't remember the other one's name, but it was a squirrel with the unibrow.
It's Hazel.
Hazel, thank you. She was not that special to me.
No, obviously.
No. I was like, oh my god, the starters are like so important to me. And then I only remember Antonio.
Yeah.
Raven has even done like a little, not a painting, but
it's like, an embroidery.
Embroidery.
Yeah,
of Antonio and little ants.
Yeah, it's an embroidery, and I framed it.
We can put up a picture of that on
the
Instagram, actually.
Absolutely.
Because it's so cute.
Yes. So
close to my heart.
So my first starter villagers were Phoebe and Sterling. I always hated Sterling. I don't like him. But Phoebe, we had a bond. I love her. I'm not gonna...
That is the bird, right?
Yeah. I'm not gonna get her back because she's not the vibe I'm going for on my vibe. On my island, I mean. But
she's not really my vibe.
No,
but I love her.
We bonded.
I love her.
She was a babe. I had a hard time parting ways with her. And when we started over, I got Goose and Sylvia. And Sylvia was pretty much the first one I kicked out because I didn't want a fucking purple kangaroo on my island.
What?
But Goose was around for a long time on my island. I think I kicked him out.
But did you like Goose?
I mean, yeah, kind of. Like, he was my buddy, but he was kind of that, like... I mean, he's a jock villager. I don't really like jock villagers. Yeah.
Antonio is a jock.
Except for Dom. Because Dom is my babe.
Is Dom a jock?
Yeah, I know. It's so funny. Anyway, so yeah,
God.
I know it's the biggest fucking joke.
No.
But no, I'm not the biggest fan of jock villagers. More often than not, but Goose was kind of I liked him. He really worked with my island vibe since I'm going for a more natural looking island. Mm-hmm. So those were my first and second set of starters. Which were yours?
My second set of starters was Sherry. And some rando. I don't know.
Do you remember what they look like?
No, I don't actually. I just remember Sherry.
What the hell?
Because I like her. Because she goes with the new vibe that I have in my island.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna go for a little bit more of a scary island.
Do you still have her?
I do.
Oh, you do? Cool.
I do have Sherry.
Cool.
But I really don't remember the other one.
Wow.
No, I have no idea who that was.
You know, I basically...
I remember I really didn't like him.
I basically forgot about Sylvia too. She's very forgettable.
I might just have to set up my my Switch in here in my new setup and play through and see what villagers I actually have. Yeah. I haven't been in for a few months.
Yeah, you should go back in.
I need to be like, hi, I'm alive. How are you?
How y'all doing? So anyway, so after you get to this island with the getaway package and you've met your new villagers or starters, your job and task is pretty much to build this new island up from scratch into a place of your choice. And I mean, people build the coolest, craziest islands. I mean, people are so creative. It's crazy.
I tend to not want to look at, when I plan out my island, I don't want to look at others' creations because that just makes me like, I can never do this. I don't have the energy for that.
Like, people are really amazing when it comes to making their islands, and I think I'm pretty okay at it.
You're really good at it.
But people really can be crazy. Like, people are so creative.
Like, were you the one that showed me the zoo?
The
Someone
what?
made? The zoo?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, someone made their entire island into a zoo, and they made, like they put the villagers' houses in, like, cages almost, or, like, designated areas for it to look like there was just, like, an elephant walking around, and it was just I mean, it was amazing. Absolutely amazing. People are so cool.
Yeah, so creative.
Yeah, it's insane. I mean, so you can, like... you get to kind of move around the villagers' houses, your house, the shops, and everything, and you just pretty much develop your island into, like a small, not society, but like a village, pretty much. And you get to decide.
We live in a society.
Yeah, and you get to decide what goes on, pretty much, who lives there, what it looks like, everything like that. Yeah. So,
you're like the unofficial mayor.
Yeah, kind of. And you are, what are you called? The residential representative.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah. So you're pretty much like in charge of the residents and all that. And obviously there's not only building that goes on to this game. You can also collect bugs, fish, sea creatures. You can try and collect all the furniture that the game offers. You can also...
There's a lot.
Oh, there's a lot.
There's a lot to do.
And you can also visit other people's islands, and you can get together with your friends, make up and play some mini games and stuff like that. Some people even make their islands designated for like racing and stuff, and it's so much fun to watch. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, people make like you can invite like 4 at a time or something, and then you give them it's pretty much like a racing course and a puzzle, and it's amazing. It's amazing.
Oh my god, I've never seen that.
That is pretty fucking cool. I can send you a link later.
Please do. Yeah. That's so cool.
I saw a video the other day where they were racing to one of the island's villagers' houses, and the one that got there first, they got it as a prize to be able to invite that villagers to come live on their island, which is a really fun idea.
Wow. Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun.
So I mean, the point of the game is pretty much to be creative, have fun, do whatever you like with it to whatever degree you feel. So you can invest very little time, like 10 minutes a day or an hour a week, or if you're like me and in the beginning you would invest like 5 hours a day, but
for a few months.
Yes. But so I mean, there's a lot of ground to cover when it comes to this game, but I felt this was like a short summary to the best of my ability, to not sit here forever, pretty much.
It makes sense.
If you're interested in seeing more about the game, you can check on YouTube and or you can check out my stream if you want to do that sometime.
Yes, she got herself a capture card.
Yeah, I did that. So when we have that covered, I would like to go through the year that has been going on Animal Crossing since the game launched, and I want to talk a little bit about the events and the happenings that has occurred in the game, and discuss our favorite bits a little bit.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yes, I like that. Let's do it.
So it was released March, so I'm going to start in April, because there wasn't a lot of things going on in March. People mostly got used to the game. But first off, I want to discuss the seasons a little bit. So spring, all of the seasons have something special that they bring. So spring brought us cherry flowers and the cherry flower DIY stuff. And
I had almost forgotten about those.
Right? I mean, there's so much I forgot about that happened like during spring.
Wow.
The summer brought summer shells and sharks, I believe.
Yes.
And the summer shells were also used for DIY recipes. Fall brought us leaves and mushrooms, and that could also be used for DIYs. And the winter brought us snowboys and snowflakes, and that was also for DIYs. So like, what are your thoughts about the seasons? Like, what has been your like favorite season, look wise, DIY wise? That was really difficult to say. DIY wise.
I am always a sucker for summer.
Yeah.
I'm a summer child. I love summer. I love myself some warmth and stuff like that. But I think autumn really got to me. Like fall really like was a good season. I thought that like winter would be my favorite.
Yeah.
But after a while, that got kind of tiring.
Listen,
and
I got so
I know
sick
you feel
of winter.
the same.
Yeah, I know we talked about this.
Yeah. Like the snow everywhere. Of course, like the first few weeks, the snow was so much fun. And when we saw the first snowfall, that was so special.
And the snowboys, that was really fun too in the beginning and stuff.
Yeah. And all of the like DIYs with the ice sculptures that you could get was so fun. But then, after a while, it got old quite fast. Yeah. I feel like they could, either they should add something more to that season.
Either that, like, or maybe it could like thaw a little bit sometimes, so that the snow would be gone sometimes, like it is in real life. I don't know.
It doesn't have to be like snow all the time. It could come and go a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like that too.
Yeah, that would be kind of nice. But otherwise, no, fall was great.
Yeah,
I love that.
I feel like...
I wish I played more during fall. That was
fall was really great, and they had great DIYs. and being the cottage / goblin core whore that I am, I really enjoyed fall, like with the mushrooms and the pine cones and the fall leaves and the turning of the season where the trees would become like a little bit yellow and then they would turn, and it was so
nice.
pretty. It was so pretty.
I love it.
And it was very accurate for fall.
The first leaves falling and stuff.
It was really, really great. And I also really enjoyed spring because of the cherry blossoms. I think that they were so pretty, and you could catch the cherry blossoms, and they had lovely DIYs.
They did. That's true.
So I was a big sucker for the cherry blossom season 2. There are other reasons to why I actually fucking hate spring too, but we'll get into that soon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But winter, I feel like I got sick of it fast. It was fun the first few weeks, and then I'm like, I'm fucking done with this shit.
It was
too long. I mean, I could have gone like...
It felt really long.
If it was like during December, a little bit November, during December, and it would have ended like January, I feel like I would have been good with that. But it continued to like... I think the snow was removed only a few weeks ago, which is like way too late.
That's a long period of time.
Too long. It was like the snow...
We didn't need it for that long.
No, the snow really fucked a lot with my island vibe too. I didn't like it at all. Sorry. So...
Oh, no. No, and especially if you're like you had placed down like special things on the ground.
Yeah.
That was supposed to look like flowers and stuff like that, and then it's covered by snow.
Yeah, no, that didn't look great at all. And it wasn't covered by snow. It was just it all of a sudden didn't match. That's what happened, because it did get on top of the snow.
That's
it just
true.
Looked awful. And I enjoy summer too. I mean, the DIYs were fine. It wasn't that much fun, but
I feel like there wasn't anything really except for the flower.
Of course, but we'll get to that one. But that's not a summer DIY though. So it's
wasn't it?
No, it's summer solstice. You bought it in the shop.
Yeah, but isn't not a DIY, but it came in during summer.
Oh, it did. Yes, that's that it did.
Yeah. No, summer didn't otherwise have any like big things.
No, it was just like summer shell. But we'll get into the months more specifically right now. I just wanted to go over the whole season as a general thing.
Got it.
So I think if we should start off in April, which I said that we were gonna do, since March. I mean, March was pretty much finished when we started playing. So we're starting April. Which is also the first thing on my list, is also why I fucking hated spring, which is Bunny Day.
Oh.
And this fucking...
Oh yeah, that's nightmares.
Yeah, I mean, Bunny Day... So I've read a few things
right. I had forgotten about that.
Yeah, I PTSD, suppressed that shit.
All the fucking eggs, man. Yeah. All the fucking eggs.
So much eggs. It went on for way too long. I mean, Bunny Day, was it like 2 weeks or something? It was too much. And I'm actually going to touch a little bit on Bunny Day a little bit later on again, when it comes to upcoming updates for the game. But I wanted to say just that I fucking hated Bunny Day. They had some okay DIYs, but nothing that I feel like I've ever used again, really, when not Bunny Day.
I just remember like the first time we actually like went over to our islands properly. And I am decked out.
Yeah, I look normal and casual, and you're just a big egg. Like, what the fuck?
I'm a big pink egg.
We'll put that.
And my character always had the eyes that looked like she was super high as well.
Yeah, she did. I love it. We'll put that picture up on the Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's amazing. So Bunny Day.
It displays our characters so well.
Yeah, it truly does. It displays our personalities amazingly.
It does.
But so Bunny Day is coming up now, since we're getting closer to April. But I will touch a little bit on that later on too. Then we had Nature Day, which is the one where we got Leaf in the update. So Nature Day was pretty much it was like, hey, you got like extra credit if you planted flowers and bushes and stuff.
I hardly remember this.
Yeah, I have a lot of things that I forgot too, and I was like, oh yeah, that happened. So that happened in April, going on to May, and I know we were excited about getting leaf, because we got bushes, we got ability to buy more flowers, all of that. So that's what happened when
hedges.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So
that's all of it I can remember.
Yeah,
yes,
hedges.
Yes.
So going on to May, we have International Museum Day. And on International Museum Day,
I'm trying to widely remember this day.
You're so confused. International Museum Day was when you could go into the museum. You can go to different parts of the museum and get a stamp in a book, pretty much. And yeah.
See? Okay, yeah, now I remember.
I love seeing those flashes of like, oh shit, right.
Oh god, right.
And at the end you got the plaques for Museum Day. It's gonna be interesting this year, because I'm wondering if they are gonna add the art section. Since we didn't have the art section last International Museum Day, I would like them to add the art plaque.
Yeah, of course they are.
I hope
they
must
be.
I hope so. Right?
Yeah.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, right.
So lastly in May, we have May Day. And May Day was an event where you could go to another island, and you could do a maze. Yes. And at the end of the maze, you met what's his name? Rover?
Raymond.
No.
Isn't it Raymond?
No, Raymond is one of the villagers. He's the cat with the glasses.
Oh, right.
I think it's Rover.
Yeah, that's when everyone is simping.
Yes, exactly. I think
this
it's
is also
Rover.
A cat. Is it Rover?
I think it's Rover.
Also a cat, at least.
Yeah, but I think it's Rover.
That everyone also simps.
Because you got a suitcase as a gift thingy from him. I love that suitcase, by the way. It's very useful, to be honest.
So cute.
So that was May Day. Pretty fun. I mean, it was kind of fun doing a maze, a little bit of a puzzle thing. It wasn't a big event, but it was good.
It was a nice mini game kind of like thing to do.
Was.
I really liked that, actually.
Yeah, and
because
also,
it didn't like take up all day.
No.
It was just kind of like, if you want to go and do this, you have the time.
And that's kind of
that's
kind of the gist of what a lot of people do with their when I talked about the maze or racing islands. People do a lot of those things on their islands too, and invite people over. It's pretty cool. So moving on to June, which was a pretty big month, because this was the start of wedding season.
Because it was my birthday.
That too, but it was also the start of wedding season.
Oh, right. Oh, God.
And wedding season, I had fun with that. It got old doing all the photo shoots with them. But we got some great furniture, though.
I love the furniture.
Yeah, I mean the benches and the candles.
The tables.
Yeah, I love the candles.
The wallpapers, all of it.
We got
really pretty.
Really good furniture.
But I really did not like taking all those pictures.
No, but at the end you could just basically just throw them into the room and just take the picture and get the fuck out of there. Like the first time I
properly first time, and then the other time I did
properly a few times just because I like having pictures of my villagers, so I did like a whole feast and stuff. But sometimes I just fucking yeeted it in there and just took a picture,
I just crammed a lot of benches into the room so no one could get out.
Yeah, that too.
I took a picture and they were like, "Oh my god, you got it so right."
Yeah, it's so good.
We love benches.
So moving on to July, there was actually not really any big events or happenings that I could remember or find. It only had bug offs and fishing tournaments, and bug offs and fishing tournaments, they are spread out through the year, but I thought that we as July is like pretty empty otherwise, we could talk a little bit about bug offs and fishing tournaments.
Yeah, I like that.
I like it too. I'm not that big into the fishing tournaments, but I like that you get the what is it called?
The fishing stand and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, it does have actually some treasures with the fishing stand and the I'm thinking about the thing with the dead octopi or squids or something.
Oh, like the cat, like the nets.
Yeah,
pretty much.
I mean, people use that in really great ways because it looks like a fish stand or a market. So it has some great things, and I'm thinking about what the fuck is that called? You know, trophy. You get the trophy too, which is pretty cool. But I
I had it on my last save at least.
Yeah, I think my absolute favorite item from the bug off and the fishing tournaments is the bug cage.
I don't have that. I did pretty much only fishing, actually.
I have that on my island. It's a little bit like it's a bigger box and it's netted and there are bugs inside of it. You have
Oh yeah, I have
that
seen
one
that.
is really pretty. I like that a lot.
Yeah, that is pretty.
Yeah. So there are some great items from the bug offs and the fishing tournaments. And it's a fun break, and it's also like a reoccurring event, so you can collect for the trophy and collect the items and stuff. So I like that a lot.
The only thing is that I remember every day when you were like, oh my god, I wonder who's the special guest of the island today, and then the fisher guy shows up.
Oh yes, CJ.
You're like, come on.
Shit. Yeah, he's not fun.
No, it was fun at the start when you could get like stuff from it, but then it was like, I might just not talk to you today.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Yes. Cool. See ya. Bye.
So moving on to August. Every Sunday during August we had a firework festival. So
see, at this point I wasn't playing as much.
I think
won't
the fall
be recognizing.
The fall will be a little bit more spotty for you.
Yeah.
We had a firework festival during the entirety of August every Sunday, where you could submit your own firework model pretty much to Isabel. So with the custom content or creation that you could do one yourself, and give that to Isabel for display, or you could just choose the random one. You got some like fun things. You got some sprinklers or sparklers.
Sprinklers.
and you also you could like do a kind of a raffle with red. So you got some like prizes and stuff. So that's pretty much what happened during August.
I can just imagine all the fucky fireworks that people did.
There was some potential there.
I love it.
So that's pretty much August. During September was kind of a little bit like July. There was just a bug off going on during the September. It wasn't much in that sense, but we're moving on to October, and October was big because that was the start of Halloween. Did you get any experience from Halloween?
I think I popped my head in, but only for a very short time. I started playing again during closer to Christmas. That's when I started it again. So I did not get a very good experience of any fall related things. I just know I really like it. Was really pretty.
Yeah. I enjoyed Halloween a lot. You got a really good looking fence. You got some really cool with the pumpkin DIY for decor. I believe around this time we also got the update where you could start buying the pumpkin starters.
Oh, right, the pumpkins.
Yeah, and we're gonna touch a little bit more on that later as well with the pumpkins. But Halloween was a lot of fun.
I can imagine.
And you could buy the candy and go trick or treating, and it was a lot of fun. And you got to do like dress up, and I enjoyed it a lot. You got some more emotes as well, where like you could scare people and stuff, and that.
Oh yeah.
I enjoyed Halloween.
I'm looking forward to it this time around. I'm not gonna miss it.
No, it was I'm gonna say I think it's one of my favorite holidays in game.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was a big hit, a lot of fun, and
oh my god,
and it goes a lot with my vibe too. With the pumpkins and what I like.
Witchy.
Exactly. So after a little toilet break, we're back.
Don't out me like that.
I'm gonna out you. Did you wash your hands? Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna have such a PTSD from that. I wash my hands.
Oh gosh! If you want to know what that was about, you should check out Tizaz's or Hilda's stream at twitch.tv/Tizaz Tizaz. A little plug in the middle of it all, you know.
Yeah, I just wish it wasn't for me not washing my hands. I do wash my hands. Oh, especially amazing. Now, there's a pandemic.
Yeah. Okay, anyway.
They're spreading false rumors. Okay.
Let's do it. Okay. Calm yourself. Okay, so we're continuing on into November, which actually happens to be one of my favorite holidays too. Not to, like, piss off any Americans, I hope you guys understand, but I'm not really for Thanksgiving. I think it's a very big holiday of, like... pretty much committing bird genocide and
it's a strange holiday.
Yeah, and it's rooted in racism and colonialism and stuff. So it's weird, but you know, I understand it could be sentimental and nice and stuff. But they have heavily based, obviously, the Day of Turkey Day on Animal Crossing of Thanksgiving, and I honestly it was really good. Holiday too, honestly.
It was great. I did that one.
You did that one.
I
good.
Loved it. With the feast and stuff.
Yeah, with the feast, it was really fun. Like collecting and improving the recipes and the foods, and your villagers took part in it with like trying your foods and being around and like smelling it and stuff and complimenting and
everyone was like dancing and hopping around.
It was so sweet. Cute. And oh my god, the furniture.
Oh yeah.
Gosh, I mean the tables and
the fireplace.
Oh gosh.
The goddamn fireplace.
Yeah, there was some really good furniture.
I'm so glad I didn't miss that out.
Yeah, that one was real good.
Oh my god, yes, I love that.
I feel like there was a lot of good events during the fall, to be honest.
Yeah, it was. That's why I'm looking forward to fall. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, skip summer, let's hop right into fall.
We're gonna move on to December, which is obviously Christmas or Toy Day. As it was in Animal Crossing.
Toy Day, yeah.
So Toy Day, I mean, that was fun.
It was pretty much, it felt alike to the Turkey Day event, but... Yeah. A little bit less.
Yeah, I would say like it was very... I think it was very similar to the Halloween, actually, where you could, like, go... So, during Halloween, you got to go to Jack, which was the character then, and you could, like, do the trick-or-treating and give him the candies and stuff.
Was his name Jack?
Yes.
Oh...
Like Jack-o'-lantern.
Jack Skellington?
Well, no, it was Jack-o'-lantern.
Oh, I was thinking about Jack Skellington.
Yeah, I understand, but I think it's Jack-o'-lantern because he had a pumpkin head.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know that.
And it was the same with what was his name? The reindeer. I don't remember his name, to be honest.
Ooh, it wasn't Rudolph, was it?
No, it wasn't Rudolph. I don't think so, anyway.
Oh god, what was his name? I don't remember his name.
Jingles or something.
Jingles, yeah.
Something like that, anyway. Jingles or along the line of Jingles.
It was something like that.
So that was kind of the same with the presents and the whole thing around that. I liked Christmas. It was nice, wholesome. You got some nice furnitures and stuff. But honestly,
you gave your villager gifts and stuff. That was
it was very wholesome that way. Honestly, I still preferred Turkey Day and Halloween, but it was nice. It was wholesome. It was cool. Yeah.
I felt like it was kind of enough because it is... Everyone celebrates like Christmas or Jewel Day or what you want to call it differently.
Yeah.
Of course, but my family we come from a very Christian family. Christmas is a whole day experience.
Yeah.
I didn't really have time to do a full-on playthrough of an event that is supposed to go on all day.
No.
I appreciated it that it wasn't that much.
But also, to note, here in Sweden, we celebrate Christmas on the 24th. The event was the 25th.
Wait, was it?
Yeah. Or was it? Actually, maybe they put it the 24th because they knew people wouldn't have time the 25th, and we had it the 25th.
I don't remember now. It could have been 25th, because my family don't only celebrate Christmas on the 24th. We celebrate for 4 days.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we go to all our relatives, family members and stuff like that. Of course, this Christmas was a bit different.
Yeah.
But we did travel around to just kind of say hello to our relatives and stuff. Yeah. It could just have been on 25th.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember. I honestly don't remember, but something like that.
Yeah, but so I kind of appreciated that it wasn't it didn't take me all day to do.
No.
It was a pretty, you just run around, you could do it in the morning. And
I feel like that's kind of how they designed it too, because they knew people wouldn't really play all day on Christmas. Yeah. So moving on to December/January, which would be New Year's. We got the New Year's countdown, we got the celebration hats, we got the arch for 2021. Pretty much, I mean, it was fine. It wasn't that big of a deal, it wasn't crazy. I didn't get any, I wouldn't say I got any things that I would really use outside of New Year's. I collected
all the hats.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think you did.
Didn't I?
No, because actually I found out afterwards that the different islands got different hats. So if you actually want all the hats, you would have to trade with friends or go to their island. And you and I got the same hats. So
we did.
Yeah.
Great.
So we got the ugly ones. Because they were top hats looking ones, which were so much cooler than the cone ones, I think. So.
Yeah.
Anyway. So that's... Bless you. Oh shit. Gesundheit and shit. Oh my gosh.
Gesundheit and shit.
Gesundheit and shit.
Danke.
So moving on to February, which would be Valentine's Day.
Oh, I didn't do
that. That was really sweet. You could go around and give Valentines to your villagers. And
Antonio would be my Valentine.
Yeah, and you can. They gave you Valentines, and you could buy some really nice things in the shop. Valentines, chocolate hearts boxes and flowers, stuff like that. Really nice, really wholesome happening.
We like it.
Yeah, and then we're moving on to Festival, which was probably our most recent event, I think. I enjoyed Festival immensely, so I know you didn't really take part in it much.
No, I popped in my head, but I didn't do anything.
Yeah, so I believe, I'm not gonna say, because now I can't remember what it is, but what is that? Mardi Gras it's called.
Yeah.
I feel like they took inspiration from Mardi Gras for this, with the colors and the feathers and the very festival-y party vibe.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed Festival, actually. There wasn't much of a theme, as Halloween and Turkey Day and stuff, but I still really, obviously it was a theme, but it wasn't like a holiday I would celebrate myself. That's what I'm saying. But I enjoyed it, actually. I did.
You got a lot of confetti stuff, didn't you?
Yeah.
I've seen that confetti
cannon thingy. Yeah. And you could get everything in different colors. You could collect feathers that could correspond with the colors that you would give him, and it was a whole thing. But anyway, you got some really nice things out of it. Anyway, you got some lamps, a new stand, which I really enjoyed. The booth stand thingies that you could put up. You got a new one of those, which was pretty cool. And you also got that big ass carriage as the last item, which was a lot, but it was pretty cool.
I don't know about this one, but I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, I'll show you at some point. But yeah, so you got some really cool items, and I enjoyed it more than I actually thought I would, honestly.
Nice.
It was kind of cute looking when the feathers were floating around on your island.
I can imagine.
So that was pretty fun.
It's always fun when there's an event that you don't really celebrate yourself.
Yeah. And it's also that you don't, because you don't have any expectations.
There. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's so new to you, and you can just appreciate it all.
Yeah, so nice. 100%. So that leaves us to March. which is where we are now.
We are.
Yeah, we've come up on the year and we're on March, and March hasn't really brought us a lot yet.
No.
We have gotten some things which are not really March specific, which I will talk about a little bit later. But I also want to acknowledge that I did skip quite a few things because I only chose things that were like celebrated holiday activity specific. So some things that I didn't mention were like Kids Day, Mother's and Father's Day, Summer, Winter Solstice. There were a lot of those. We have had a lot of those days where, but those were pretty much, they weren't really celebrated on the island. They were more like, hey, you can get this special item in the shop during these days because of this day. So that's why I didn't choose to really pack them in, because there are a lot of them.
Yeah, that is true.
So I skipped that. I do enjoy those days though, because sometimes you get like a South African specific day, or a Japanese specific day, or something we only celebrate in Europe, or 4th of July from America. And I think it's cool that you get like a whole collective of the international experience. True. So I like that. So that's pretty much what the year had in store for us. Do you have any something that really stuck to you? This is my favorite event, or my favorite thing, or what are you most anticipating for this year?
Like my favorite event from the year that has been. I'm sorry, but I think I'll have to say, since I didn't do Halloween, the Halloween one, I think that would have been my favorite otherwise.
Yeah, I think so too, to be honest.
Yeah, but since I didn't, I really vibed with the Bunny Day.
Of course you did. You're a fucking Gemini.
And I didn't mind all the eggs. Of course, in the end, it was too much. Yeah. It was too long.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think I think I choose that one because it really was like the first big event we had. Yeah. It really like branded on me. I really just liked it. It was the first thing that we celebrated.
It imprinted on you kind of, and it got that that's
first
the first
experience.
thing. Yeah, I get that. That's kind of like the first villager. You can kind of still hate them, but it's still special.
Exactly.
Exactly. So that's I
I
get that. I'm gonna say Turkey Day and Halloween for me, which I've already said.
Oh yeah, Turkey Day is a close second.
Yeah. And I'm gonna talk a little bit more about Bunny Day in a little bit, but I enjoyed Bunny Day in a few ways, but I didn't really vibe with any of the furniture or any of that stuff that we got. And it's too much color too. I can't really use them outside of Bunny Day.
No, that's true. I made a plaza with my Bunny Day stuff at that point. That was funny.
Yeah, and then you remove it, and it's not really usable. You have it. So I don't really like that. Like the fencing
with the eggs.
Yeah. Why?
When?
But so I didn't really vibe with that. I did enjoy it in one way, like you said, with the catching and stuff. But I think the eggs were too much for too long. You were trying to like catch up on like catching fish before April ends, and you got eggs. It got too much. But yeah, so yeah, Bunny Day is not my favorite, but I understand why you're choosing it. 100%.
The one I'm looking forward to now though is the Halloween one. For sure. Yeah,
you should. I think you'll vibe with it for sure, especially for the island vibe you're going for.
Yeah,
obviously, if you need any DIY or anything, I'll make it for you up until that point. Of course.
Of course you will.
Of course you will, bitch.
Of course you will. That you have so much stuff.
So
you think you're so much better than me, don't you?
I do, especially in Animal Crossing.
Yeah, well, yeah, you are. So
yeah, I am. So, continuing on when it comes to the future of Animal Crossing New Horizons. So, we've talked about the year that has been. Now I want to talk about what is coming? What's in store for New Horizons?
What is in store? What are we waiting for?
What are we waiting
for? Okay, no, sorry.
So, Nintendo has mentioned, just like when they released Animal Crossing New Horizons, they did mention from the beginning that we have 3 years of updates and content planned for the game. And it's amazing.
That's so great.
Yeah. So, I mean, 1 year has passed now, and we still have 2 years of new stuff to look forward to. So I did want to take a little bit of a moment to discuss some of the latest theories and the latest news that we've had.
Mm-hmm. Because they released the news pretty close to when they're releasing the update.
Yeah, they do. It just comes like barely a few weeks before. But so almost most recently, we got the new Mario stuff, and we got those new cool items in celebration of the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary. These things included us being able to buy like coins, Mario,
the pipes,
mushrooms, the pipes, and like the outfits modeled after Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Wario.
And so nice.
The pipes are 100% my favorite.
They're so nice.
I'm very excited to play around with those. I have
so many great things with those.
Yes, I have a really interesting idea that I'm gonna implement on my island, which I'm really excited about. So
I guess we'll just have to hop over to your stream.
Oh yes,
and watch that over on X Ravenite.
Exactly, twitch.tv/xravenite if you want to watch that. So Mario was something that was released now during February, March, something like that.
Yeah.
And our absolute latest update and release and news is the Sanrio update. So Sanrio is the company that is the creators. They are the creators of the kawaii characters such as Hello Kitty and My Melody. Mm-hmm. And they have done a cooperation thing or collab where they release 6 amiibo cards for purchase, so you can get 6 new types of villagers that are only amiibo specific. They're very cute pastel kawaii characters,
so completely new villagers.
Yes, completely new villagers.
What?
And they have also corresponding furniture, which all of the 6 villagers are inspired by a Sanrio character. So one of them are inspired by Hello Kitty and so on and so on.
God,
and they also get the corresponding furniture with that, so you could get like Hello Kitty furniture in the game pretty much.
I like that.
Yeah, so that's the newest thing, and I don't. Oh shit! I just fucked up a nail.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no!
It's time for me to reapply.
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 But no, so if the Sanrio hasn't already been released, it's getting close to it. I can't remember the exact date, but it's around the corner, for sure.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I just want to talk a little bit first about the upcoming anniversary that we have. Yeah. So March 20th, 1 year anniversary. I've seen some...
It's closing in.
Yes, and I've seen some speculations that it's not really Animal Crossing's thing, specifically to be celebrating anniversaries, and we still don't have really any big, announcement of what that could entail. Okay. So we don't actually even know if they're gonna celebrate the anniversary.
Oh no!
Maybe we'll get
a celebration.
Right. I mean, maybe we'll get a smaller in-game item. Maybe, when we have an update, you get something in the mailbox. Maybe they'll do something just like that. Maybe we'll get to purchase things. We don't know. Yeah, we don't know.
Oh God.
And people have some theories, and I'm pretty much gonna leave that slate blank because people have a lot of theories. People have theories about it being so much. People have the theories about nothing happening. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. When this episode comes up, we're really close to the day.
Yeah.
So, we'll have to wait and see, I guess.
I think I'm leaning towards nothing is gonna happen.
I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna send something in the. I think they're gonna send something in the mailbox.
Yeah.
And be like, thank you for a year of Animal Crossing. Here is a anniversary exclusive item.
Yeah.
I think so.
Pretty much. That would make sense.
And I could imagine it being maybe just like a framed picture of Isabel and Tom, or something. That would be kind of cute.
True. That would be kind of cute, though. Yeah.
I'd
vibe with that.
So that's pretty much all there is for the anniversary. They also have the same thing when it comes to the 20th that comes up now in April, where people are like, are they gonna do something or no? Like, are we gonna see some celebrations this spring? Because, the 1 year anniversary and then the 20th and sure, like, Mario got the 35th and stuff, but are we gonna see something? We don't know.
Interesting.
So that we'll have to stay tuned for that. Probably, like, if there are some big announcements, I'll probably mention that on the podcast in some episode. But at the moment, it is totally unknown. All right, so this is...
No, keep going. I find this situation funny.
Yep, it is funny. Because just a few hours after we recorded what you're listening to now, Nintendo decided to release and announce a whole bunch of stuff. So this is us 2 days later, and we're gonna catch you up on what was announced.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we will.
So a few of these things actually was released yesterday while we were recording this, which was the 18th. And some other stuff will be released during March and April. But so we did get to see our first update yesterday, which was 50 more custom designer slots. So you can now download so much more custom designer stuff, which it's been very requested by players. So for so long.
How many do you have now?
I don't know how many you have now, but it's between like 10 and 20, I believe.
Oh.
Or something. And now we have 50 more.
50?
More.
I'm glad that they're actually like welcoming that part of the game, like create more stuff.
And also that they're listening to the players, because this has been very, very requested.
We stand corporations listening to the players.
Oh, hell yeah, bitch. Even more with the custom designer stuff. We will also be able to start making customizations for umbrellas, Uchiwa fans, flags, and like cardboard cutout stuff that the player can put their face through. So that will be able to like be a custom design thing as well right now, which is insanely cool. Yes.
Umbrellas? Oh my god, and the cardboard cut thing?
Yes. It's so cool.
There's so much fuckery that can be happening.
Yes, imagine like the stuff you can do with that on like your new horror island or something. That would be, oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Even more with the custom designer stuff. You're getting an app for the phone, for the Nook phone, so that you can actually download custom designs right from the app.
You don't have to walk over to Mabel's.
Exactly.
Oh my god. We need that too.
So there's so much new stuff for custom designs, which is just insane.
They really out here just dropped that bomb on us.
Yeah, it's crazy. So speaking of apps and phones, Nintendo has made it more, I don't know, they're trying to incorporate the app for our phones, the Nintendo Online app for our phones a little bit more. Through this app, if you go into the app every day, I believe, you can collect Nook points. And these Nook points can later be used to redeem things exclusively in-game. And these, I believe, are framed pictures of like Isabel and Tom Nook and some stuff. I think it's those things. there's also like I believe what looks like a cover for the Nintendo Switch, like in game.
Oh my god.
So there are some really cute things exclusive to this thing. I don't understand how the system works yet, but this has also been released, I believe, and I was trying to get it fixed, but it might not even have been released yet. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
Because I only used that app for like chatting when people were over.
Same.
So I could like chat easily.
Yeah, so I think it's very interesting that they are trying to incorporate the app a little bit more.
It kind of makes sense.
Yes,
since we're using like a phone and a lot of apps in the game as well.
Yeah, it does.
Like to actually have the app in our own phone makes sense too.
So something that actually was released yesterday. Since the update came yesterday and it was putting all the data, in the game that they were preparing for. With that came the first anniversary cake that they decided to release. So, we were talking about, what are they going to do for the first anniversary? Well, this cake is one thing. It was a very cute cake. Yes, a cake. It was very, very cute. We got it in the mail yesterday as a celebration thing. And it's like a 3-tiered cake, and it looks like the landscape of your island, kind of. And it has some like trees or cookies formed as the trees and stuff. It's very, very cute.
Oh, that sounds really cute.
Yeah.
That sounds really, really cute.
Another thing that they released, they had so much stuff, is the Island Tour Creator. This is something that they have incorporated that makes it possible for you to make a digital poster or a tour video of your island, which can then be shared online. This app thingy will be launched on the 23rd of March. So this will be kind of like you being able to edit a picture or a small short video to make like a postcard, almost like a travel commercially thing for your island, and then being able to share it online, I guess easily to like Twitter, Instagram, something like that.
That's cute.
That is very, very cute. I've seen some photos of it, and it looks pretty cool.
Oh, that looks really, really cool.
Yeah.
I really do hope it's like very commercially, since that's the deserted island getaway package from the start. Like, oh, that's so cute. I like that.
It is a very fun idea. So the last thing I will talk about right now is Tree Planting Day, which I believe is a Korean tradition, and that will be celebrated through us being able to buy a new type of potted plant, and that plant looks very, very pretty. The pot is actually blue, which I'm not a big fan of, but the tree is so pretty. It's a smaller tree plant thing, which has like yellow leaves. It's so, so pretty. We will put up a picture of that on our Instagram. And that plant will be available for purchase between 1st of April to the 10th. So that's going to be very, very exciting. That's pretty much what we wanted to just stick in very quick. It was a lot of updates and stuff, and we will actually be back a little bit later in the episode because there are some more things related to things we were mentioning later on.
We'll be back.
Yes, we'll be back, and back to Hilda and Leia from a few days ago.
From the past.
But since I don't have really any things to share about the anniversary, I wanted to share some other upcoming speculations and things we might be able to look forward in the next coming years.
Yeah, okay. Go for it.
So I actually have some just speculations without foundation, and I have some, well, I don't know if you can call them speculations, but I have some data mined information. So I'm gonna put a big spoiler.
Some data mined.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a big spoiler alert. If you are like, I want to be completely surprised of what might be coming up in Animal Crossing New Horizons, I'm gonna urge you to, take off. Maybe stop right here. Thank you for sticking around, but this is gonna be spoiler territory from now on, bitch.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Oh man.
So first off, my two first things are non-data mined things. So these are just speculations, no foundation, no ground to these, really.
Okay. Yeah, I got
it. But so but one event that occurred in New Leaf was the April Fool's event. And that was an event with a cat named Blanca. She's a white cat and she has no face. She's so creepy. And she's she's just no face. It's just, she looks creepy.
What the fuck?
This Blanca character, she has an April Fool's event where she, all the villagers, they kind of prank each other where they're like, hey, this villager has a gift for you or something, and they give you a prank gift or something. Like some villagers apparently just gave each other, a green leaf so that you think it's an item, but it's just a green leaf,
Oh God.
And like prank stuff.
Oh wow.
And
I hate pranking.
And then Blanca has apparently an event where she disguises herself as one of the other villagers, and you need to find out which one is Blanca and which one is the villager, and you get prizes and stuff. So
okay, but sorry, this is so creepy.
Yeah, she's creepy.
Is she like a monster that can transform into another villager?
Yeah, pretty much.
So she could just literally kill you or the villager and take their place.
Yeah, sure. So that's Blanca for you.
Nightmares.
And that's there are some theories that maybe that is something we will see now when April comes around. Because last time when April came around, it was like we would be really hit with that from the beginning. So maybe they would choose to do it this year or next year to ease in and give us new events and stuff. So that's something that might come up, which is April Fool's Day. Next off, we're gonna talk about Bunny Day.
Yeah. Okay.
There has been some speculation because a lot of people weren't very happy about Bunny Day because of the huge spawn rate when it came to the eggs, and also when it came to the span, because I believe Bunny Day was 2 weeks or something.
It was really long.
Yeah, and people were like, well, this is, so the thing is, when we've had events after Bunny Day, no other event has really had the span as Bunny Day has.
No.
Halloween was a week, Toy Day, it was nothing has really been going on for
nothing
2
could
weeks.
Compare
that in that way. No. That would be wedding season. That was a whole June, but that wasn't really an event. That was you can go there if you want to. It's not really going to affect you if you don't go there. But Bunny Day, you were really always affected. You couldn't catch fish, you couldn't chop trees, anything without being affected. So there is speculations that maybe Nintendo got that hint and that they're gonna nerf the spawn rate of eggs and maybe shorten Easter Day a little bit, or Bunny Day.
That would make sense. Yeah. That would make sense. That would just be a basic logic thing to do.
Yeah, because the thing is, if they did that, I would probably enjoy Bunny Day more. I hope they do that, honestly.
Yeah, because like you said, since it was so long and the spawn rate was so high, you were so affected, even though you were done and had done other things. It was why I don't need the eggs anymore. I've done everything.
I'm done. Yeah. It's too much.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I still have a lot of eggs left from last year. Anyway. All right, future Hilda and Leia, we're back again. We're back. I have 3 more things to mention as the announcement that was the other day, which is related to the things we're talking about right now. So first off is about actually April Fool's Day. We mentioned in the episode that Blanca and April Fools and all that stuff. Yeah. It looks like they're doing something April Fool's related, not with Blanca and anything glad. Like that.
She was so scary. I don't want her in my life. She is creepy as
hell. But they are actually releasing whoopee cushions, which will be available for purchase. No idea how they're going to work. No idea how that's going to be incorporated or anything like that. But whoopee cushions are
as long as they make
common.
A farting sound, I'm happy.
Yes, I freaking hope so. That will be the positive thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The release whoopee cushion with no sound.
Yeah, that's gonna be weird
if
they do that.
Ever.
But it wouldn't kind of also surprise me if they did that. I don't know. We'll see what it does. But next off, we're talking about Bunny Day. Bunny Day is getting an update this year. They have not mentioned anything about what I mentioned in the episode, with like nerfing the eggs or the spawn rate of the eggs, but they are releasing new items for Bunny Day. And I mentioned in the episode I'm not a big fan of the Bunny Day stuff, but these things, they are cute.
Oh, really?
They are very pretty. They have more of a white, clean theme to them, and they are very more modern, but also very, pretty looking. And I'm excited about those items. They are very, very pretty.
Well, maybe now, the egg thingy might just be incorporated in, like, the patch notes, maybe? If they're doing it.
Yeah, maybe. Absolutely. And I mean, Bunny Day will continue as normal from what we can tell anyway. And these items that I have mentioned, they will be Nook's Cranny exclusive items, so you can only buy them in Nook's Cranny and not like DIY them.
Okay. So was it like when the was it Toy Day? There was a different toy every day.
Yes, exactly.
So it's gonna be the same.
That's kind of the gist. Yes.
And the summer was like that too, wasn't it?
Yes, with the surfboards and stuff. You're correct. Yes, absolutely. So that's pretty much the gist they're going for with Bunny Day. I'm excited for those items. They look very pretty.
I need to see them.
It's gonna be good. Yes, we will put up a picture of that on our Instagram as well.
Yeah, let's do it.
And last but like not least, is that April is actually becoming to or is going to be known as prom season in Animal Crossing. So pretty much all of April, I believe, will be prom season, which means new clothing items. I mean, they really went at it with the dresses. I think there are 4 or 5 new types of dresses, and all of them had like 5 or 6 each color swaps, which is so many new dresses. Oh my god,
I need to Google this as soon as we're off.
Yes, because there's just a whole ton.
So cute.
And there's also, of course, like tuxedos. There are 2 new types of crowns. There are sachets, and masks, I believe, too. It's just really cool. And also wallpaper and new flooring. Oh my god,
so you can have a ball, you can have a prom?
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
I believe they have incorporated this because of the circumstances we're in the world right now.
People might go to
want to have like a virtual prom, which is very, very cool. So those were the other updates thingies I wanted to just cram in here real quick.
Yeah.
Because they were more related to the notes that we're talking about right now. But no more future Hilda and Leia. The episode will continue as it has.
Yes.
And yes.
Ignore us. Forget us.
Yes. Bye. So now we will get into the data mine stuff. So another spoiler alert before we get into this. First off, we have the Roost with Brewster. So the Roost in like New Leaf, I think it was New Leaf. The Roost was a cafe that was connected to the museum, and is run by I don't know if he's like what would I call it? A rooster, thank you.
Like
I was about to say another word for
rooster.
Roost. Yeah, no, I was about to say another word for rooster, and I was like, I need to find the other word, and it's
Were you
rooster.
about to say the C word?
Yes, so...
Quickly!
Move on! But so yes, the Roost with Brewster, and...
Brewster.
So...
Love it.
There has been data mined information about Cafe and the Roost and stuff. And as you know, when you go into the museum, there are still slots left for having the potential of adding doors. So we might see a cafe popping up connected to a museum in Animal Crossing soon. Nice. That would be so nice.
I would love that.
That would be really cool. And the speculation is also that it's going to be connected to the museum. It would be cool if it was a separate building, but I prefer it not being that, because I feel like at this point a separate building might be a little bit too disruptive when people have their islands established. And stuff like that. So having it connected to the museum. We have a lot of
buildings already.
Yeah, we do. And that would also give you another reason to visit the museum a lot more. I mean, a museum cafe is... So I love hanging out at museums. So I love that idea.
So cute. Yeah, I hope that will be implemented soon. That would be so great. 100%. On museum day?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because I do have a little bit more about the museum that I feel like we could see during or shortly after the museum day maybe. But we also have some inkling in the data mining that there might be a museum shop popping up.
A lot of museum stuff.
Yes, and that's, I mean, good on them, because I feel like the museum needs more love. I barely visit there anymore. No,
I don't go to the museum.
I barely do anymore, just to like hand in art, to be honest. Yeah.
And then you don't even have to go into like the
actual
art part.
Yeah. But so in New Leaf 2, I believe, there is a museum shop that is run by Celeste.
Oh.
And
of course.
Yeah. And I believe she sells some like exclusive items there, but we obviously don't know what that might entail now, if that pops up, but we might be able to like get some more Celeste items, or maybe just some other specific limited
goods.
Items. So that would be really cool. I would enjoy that a lot. Really nice. And it would be fun to have Celeste around a little bit more. If we don't get Celeste, it would be interesting to see who that might be. Because, you would still need Celeste to walk around the island at night.
Yeah.
Would the shop be closed at that point? Or does she get her brother's help at that point? We don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But I would really love it. I
love that it seems like they're putting more energy into the museum. I feel like that's deserving.
That makes 100%. Sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I said I was going to mention the pumpkins again, and this is where I'm mentioning the pumpkins. Because they did mention, as the pumpkins came out, they were like, we're going to add this farming feature. And then we only saw pumpkins, and we were like, oh, okay, well, what about the rest? Well, the data mining is telling us that there might be more coming. So we're kind of expecting maybe like carrots, wheat, stuff like that, to be able to, do as we do with the pumpkins. We collect them and we can do DIYs or maybe cooking. I don't know. So it seems like we're gonna get a little bit more farming.
God, I want that. I want that big time.
That's pretty cool.
That would be so nice.
I was guessing you were gonna be excited about that, to be honest.
I love that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, having their own little farm.
I know.
Okay, yeah, I need to set up Animal
Crossing. I know. I'm so happy that you said when you had your toilet break and you mentioned you were like, I got really excited about Animal Crossing again. I'm like, yes.
Come back to me.
Join me. Also, so during New Leaf again, there was, the version of Nook's Cranny in New Leaf, the basically the shop of New Leaf. They had several updates of the shop apparently, and also it changed names a few times if I'm not mistaken. Like they would be like, go from like maybe the corner shop to like the big mall, or you would change a little bit with the upgrades. And according to the data mining, we might be looking at a new Nook's Cranny update, which I feel like is very welcomed, because the shop doesn't really bring you much anymore. A lot of people have really collected a lot of furniture at this point, so you're basically running in and you're like, nah, and then you just leave,
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see if they add any new features. Maybe we could have more of a farming section. Maybe a little bit more of exclusive items. Maybe we'll get like 4 or 5 items instead of 3, or all that stuff.
Yes.
So seems like we're getting a new update for Nook's Cranny too, which is very exciting.
That's also a very logical update to have.
100%.
Because we only have had one.
Yeah.
It would feel like they would, like, logically, they would want to upgrade it to become more modern or become more, like, a bigger inside with more furniture and stuff like that. It would just make sense.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow. Wow.
And then last, but definitely not least, in New Leaf, once again...
Oh my god. Okay.
There was more of a feature where, you could, visit your villagers, but your villagers could also visit you. And that might be something that they're implementing into New Horizons as well, where you could actually invite the villagers over to your house. And they could apparently maybe also suggest like, oh, I really like this plant, could I buy it? Or, more like, you would be...
It's a shop.
Yeah, no, but like how if you
it's
something...
It's a yard sale.
Yeah, it's a yard sale. No, but like, they do that now, when you're out and about. You have something in your bags and they're like, hey, can I buy this off of you?
I hate when they do that.
But then just say no.
Why the fuck do you look inside my bag?
Why are you looking in my pockets, bitch?
It's not your problem that I have a table in my bag, okay? And it's not your table, okay?
There's a table alone.
Like a huge table. Yeah. Do you want to... No, what? Why are you asking me this?
Hello? But yeah, so you might be able to invite villagers over to your house, which I'm really excited about. Because now your house is pretty much obsolete. It just stands there. You can only invite your friends. And I mean, I want to bond with my villagers and I get to go to their houses. Why can't they come over to my house,
It's restricted area.
Apparently. So that might be upcoming as well.
Oh, wow.
So that's pretty cool.
There's a lot of good data mining.
Yes.
I really hope they come soon.
Yeah,
the
100%.
Farming.
And I mean, this is just like found what like people found in the data mining. There could be so much more. And
oh my god.
Like,
I love when people go data mining.
Yeah, me too. And it's like, can you believe that we're getting actually 2 more years of updates? I mean, it's amazing.
I love that they have that planned out.
Yeah.
That it's just like, oh yeah, we have 3 years of content. Yeah. So everyone is like sticking around because they know they have great things planned.
Yes, right? It's a really smart move on Nintendo's side.
Of course.
But so that's actually what I had. And before finishing off the episode, I just wanted to continue a little bit of discussion when it comes to our own personal experiences with the game.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we did touch a little bit on how I basically became obsessed with the game during the spring. Basically. I mean, I'm not exaggerating when I said I had was it 2 weeks where I literally did not go outside at all.
I remember you sending me a snap where you were like, I'm outside and it's been 2 weeks. I haven't been outside for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And you sat outside on your patio.
Yeah. Yes.
You kind of opened
That's
the door.
me, beach.
I haven't been outside in 2 weeks.
I got out of bed, ate, and played Animal Crossing, and then I went to bed. That's pretty much all I did for 3 months.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have a job. I didn't have school. I didn't really have anywhere to be, anything like that. And I mean, it's just, that's what I did.
Yeah, and since if you don't have any other thing that you have to go to, like school or work or anything like that, then of course you need to do something with your day.
Yeah, right?
That's not strange that you would do that for that amount of time.
And I honestly, I still had a hard time. I wouldn't say that I didn't really start feeling truly, truly well since I've been sick for a long time and stuff. Until maybe this summer. That's when I truly took a turn. And I think the finishing touches was me starting school and us moving.
Of course.
Those were the really big things that changed me, where I could properly say that I am well and I'm not sick anymore and I feel like myself again. But during the spring, I was still having depressive episodes, and Animal Crossing was something that truly, truly helped me a lot with that. Like, I had something to kind of look forward to, even though it's not like a big thing, but I was feeling obsolete. I didn't have anywhere to be. I didn't have anything to do. I wasn't really wanted or needed anywhere. Not in a pitiful way, but I'm just saying what it was like. But when you're sick
like that, that's kind of how the mental weight
definitely.
Goes. That's what you think.
And it's just like, I'm just saying more as a fact, I didn't have any place where I was needed, because, and we had lost our rats at that point.
Oh yeah.
So I couldn't really, that was a really rough time, but we had lost our rats at that point, and I didn't have anything or anyone to take care of anymore. My husband was off to school. I didn't have a job. I wasn't really needed anywhere. I wasn't, I'm not saying it in a pitiful way. I'm saying it just that's just how it was, pretty much.
Yeah, I understand.
So that made me feel like I had a place that was mine, almost. So I got really into Animal Crossing, and it really helped me out a lot, and I bonded heavily with the game. I mean, come on, bitch.
That's your game.
Yes, hell yeah, bitch.
But it also kind of makes sense, because Animal Crossing is such a game where you can feel like you have control over things 100%. As well.
Oh yeah, and I love having control.
Yeah, but because even I felt like, because at that point when it was released, I think I was actually in quarantine. Because my brother had returned from Spain. It was just at the beginning of the pandemic.
Also,
he got sick, I got sick.
Yes, and your father got sick, and we thought you had COVID, and it was so fucking
And that
weird.
was before we could test ourselves. So it was like, if you're sick, you're just going to have to stay home for 2 weeks, which I did.
Yeah.
And that's when I, that released as well. So it fit very well.
Yeah.
So I played that for a straight 2 weeks, and then I went back to work. Yeah. But I also felt like, because the last few months, work is not, I don't want to be at work.
No.
Which is I feel like I'm done with that. I want to do something else, and I felt like that for a long time. So when I got home and then started playing Animal Crossing, that gave me some kind of space where I could calm down from the hyped retail level of energy, and I could kind of calm down.
It became like a comfort zone.
And you can I can feel like I have control over everything, and I could feel like I was really comfortable and just could take my time, and 100%. It was just, and I really like that it's so lovey-dovey, it's so soft,
it's very
so
wholesome.
Cute,
very
very wholesome.
Yeah.
Because I've also seen people saying that the game doesn't really challenge you in any way, and it doesn't
that's not the point.
Exactly, that's not the thing with Animal Crossing. It's not supposed to challenge you. It's not supposed to be that hard. It's just supposed to be a safe spot where you can, or for me it became a safe spot, but I think a lot of people could agree that it's just a really nice, comfortable way of spending your time. If you want to calm down, or if you want to hype up, you could do that too. There's just really this space, safe space for you.
Yeah, and I mean, with the when you finish the, I can't really call them quests, but when you finish the gameplay or the narrative a little bit more, and the credits come and roll, you're not done with the game. I mean, that's pretty much when you're done with the tutorial, and
that's
now
the
you
intro.
And now you can do all the stuff, because
now you're finally open to do whatever you want.
Because when the credits roll around, that's when you unlock terraforming, and terraforming is such a big part of creating the island. So I mean, it's the credits don't mean the end of the game. It's pretty much end of the tutorial, and now this game is forever.
Yeah, and it's just open to do whatever you want. It is really the end of the tutorial.
Yeah.
Because you do unlock terraforming at that point.
Exactly. so yeah, so I mean it's been and I think I speak for a lot of people, and I think we speak for a lot of people, that Animal Crossing has been a bit of a safe space, or a place to like call your own and just flee from everything that's been going on, because like
Very
we mentioned,
so.
like it came at such a good time with the pandemic and everything, and
people were stuck home and they couldn't meet like their friends or their family. Yeah, I bet it was a really good safe spot for a lot of people.
Because I mean, like, we couldn't really see each other as often. Like, we don't see each other often, but we speak. No. We speak like Snapchat and send messages and stuff a lot. But we spent a lot of time together during the spring, but like over Animal Crossing.
We really did.
So and that has been a lot of fun, and I think a lot of people have done that too, where they spend time with each other through Animal Crossing, and we had a lot of fun.
Yeah, oh my god, yeah, we had so much fun.
Yeah.
I still remember all the egg costume, god.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
But that's also something I'm excited about now with Animal Crossing, that spring is like peeking out again, and it feels like it did a little bit in the beginning, you know, where it was like exciting and it was like, you know, you
get
that.
What I'm feeling right now.
Yeah, you get excited
like
about it again. Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, it's spring, and then it was like this nice weather outside, and I remember like playing.
You get that feeling back. You get almost that like same effect of that nostalgia gives you.
Yeah.
But it's only been a year.
It's so crazy.
Yeah. Because there was a real special feeling in the beginning with Animal Crossing. I don't think I've had that type of experience with a game before, where I had that type of relationship and that like cozy bond with it in the same way.
I don't think I have had either.
No,
actually.
It's very special.
Specific.
Yeah. It's very interesting.
Yeah, like you said, we have nostalgia, and it's only been a year.
Yeah. But it's
like, oh my god, it's spring again.
It's the whole thing, you know, when you start the island and you get your villagers, and it becomes that slow process, and you kill. Yeah. You know, when you think back to it, you were like, remember when my biggest goal was to get the DIY for the pole vault thing, to jump over the water, and like making sure to collect the apples or whatever, and that was your biggest goal? Or maybe like, oh, I can't wait to like check out the top floor of my island to get a ladder or something. And that was the biggest goal, and now you're like, bah, you can just like, you know, like playing it all out with the terraforming, and you're like so fucking like bulldozer.
I am God.
Right? So that was kind of that feeling, you know, where it was like your island felt so big. And it was all like, you know, you all of you, or you and your villagers, you lived in tents and stuff, and now your house is like so big. You know, it's a whole, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I also feel like, since we don't time skip like that much, it's time skip a few days here and there, like maybe a week at most. But a lot of people time skip like seasons, years, and that, I think I couldn't, if I did that, I wouldn't have the same relationship with the game that I have today.
No, because also that gives
the seasons, like everything matching up to real life, and then coming back a year later. That's
both that, and also the relationship you have with your villagers. That kind of, you distance yourself when you do that, because you don't like speak to them the same way, and you don't build that bond, and you know, the whole thing. Like, I feel like it's really funny to look back at the way you're playing now versus then.
Well, yeah, it is. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Aw, it's been a year.
It has been a year, and this has been a jam-packed episode, but it is coming to an end, and that's pretty much all I had for this episode.
Is that all you had?
And that's all I had.
We've only been talking for 2 hours.
Yeah, almost. I only have 3 pages of notes, whatever.
It was a really good episode. I really liked it.
I'm glad, and I'm glad you got a little bit excited.
I am a bit hyped. I'm like, okay, for the stream tonight, when I'm modding your stream, I might just set up my other screen to just play some Animal Crossing.
Do it.
I just really miss Antonio. He did make my island special.
Yeah, but you need to find him again. You'll reunite one day. It's okay.
I need to find him. He's out there looking for me, and I'm out there looking for him.
Somewhere.
Is anyone listening here have Antonio wanting to move out of your island?
Ungifted. Ungifted, please.
Can you buy Antonio as an amiibo card?
Yeah, I think you could buy all of them. Ooh.
You know what? He's worth every penny.
Yeah, you might be better off, honestly, with buying him as an amiibo card, because you don't... Usually when you get someone else's villagers, they are gifted, and they might come with, like, a whole bunch of ugly clothing and stuff, and that's
they
just
come
not
with,
it.
like, a backstory.
Yeah, that's not good.
Baggage.
But, yeah, so that's pretty much it for this episode. I think this is a good place to end it. I think we could continue speaking about Animal Crossing for freaking ages, but we're gonna stop it here. Again, a little plug, you can check us out on twitch.tv/Tizaz or twitch.tv/xravenite. You can find the podcast's Instagram, Prattle Potion. You can listen to the podcast on YouTube and SoundCloud for the time being, anyway. And thank you guys so much for listening.
Thank you.
And as always, stay safe, stay happy. We'll see you guys next week. And until then, bye.